as much as I'm enjoying the conversation. Keep it flowing, folks. Transfer news. Moderator, stay on job with that. Has there been anything that's come out in the last hour or so as well? Again, it is what it is. What's that about? Let's set this to an hour, in fact. See what's come out in the last hour. All right. Williams stinking up the place over there in Brazil. So yeah, man, it is what it is. Anyways, moving on. Let's look at some of this transfer news. Now, obviously, the Serge Gnabry dream's over, people. Like, as I said, if I'm Gnabry, I pick Real Madrid. Who wouldn't want to play? I'd really question Gnabry's ambitions and aspirations if he signed for Arsenal. As much as he loves the club, allegedly, London lifestyle, all of that, bro. This ain't Serge Gnabry that we signed from Stuttgart or wherever he was. You know, this is Serge Gnabry that's gone, won Champions League and everything there is to offer with Bayern Munich. Someone that wants to be handsomely compensated and wants to win trophies at 26 years of age. He'd be doing us a favor, and I would love him. Obviously, if you got Gab Jesus to go with Eddie and Gnabry can play as a false nine and all these other things, amazing. But you'd have to question his ambition. You know, Arsenal, I hope we get him. I hope we got as much as we want. But beyond the pipe dream, that's a myth. You know, Real Madrid is Gnabry's preferred destination if he decides to leave Bayern this summer. Which, I mean, is better than going to Liverpool to replace Mane. Madrid for a couple of years. Hopefully, you know, you gave us Mesut Ozil, you gave us Odegaard. Hopefully, our path crosses again. People forget Gnabry can play as a 10. I firmly disagree. Gnabry is exactly what we need. You know, he scores goals. He can. You know, Arteta's free to do what he wants with him in all them other positions. He's in his peak powers. It would go somewhat to mitigate against goals. I mean, if Gnabry signed, you've got Odegaard who could score more, Smith Rowe and Saka. Obviously, you'd still bring in a number 9 to go with Eddie. I'd have a lot more comfortability with our ability to be able to get things done. I mean, I would take Paul Pogba, but Pogba isn't coming here, bro. And it comes with a lot of baggage. I mean, how you view Pogba is how you probably view Mesut Ozil. We've been down that route before. I would love Fabian Ruiz, but it looks like it's not going to happen. You'd rather Cody Gakpo. Shout out Cody Gakpo, but what I see is what I get from Gnabry, really and truly. So I'm having that, but apart from that, the dream's dead, innit? The dream is free. The hustle is sold separately, as we all know. So he wants to go Real Madrid. Allegedly, Real Madrid likes Gnabry a lot. The club's management has been in constant contact with the player's agents for a while now. Madrid is the German's favourite destination if he were to leave Bayern this summer. We did hear Haaland favourite to go Madrid and Mbappe once upon a time. How did them things there develop? I wouldn't say Telemans is underrated if everyone thinks he's a good player. It doesn't really make sense, that comment, really. But it is what it is. Big up yourself, DW. So, yeah, that's Gnabry. Moving away from that, though, so I've already got the reports of this. Apparently, big up my guy Giles. Arsenal are still interested in Arthur Melo as well as Telemans. They state that Edu wants to reignite Arthur's file, which led to interest in the January window. Arthur Melo needs to play to be selected in the World Cup 20 Evolution, mate. But yeah, in relation to this article, in Telemans and Arthur. Arsenal are looking to hire a midfielder on the ball market. Arthur from Juventus and Telemans from Leicester are of interest to the English club. The Belgium is well evaluated and considered a priority, while the Brazilian is an old target and continues on the list. The Gunners return to consult the situation of the last transfer window in January. On the occasion, Edu indicated the name of the steering wheel with whom he lived in the Brazilian team. Google Translate moving a bit crazy there. But Juventus negotiated Bentancur with Tottenham and did not agree on the loan of Arthur to Arsenal, a possibility that seduced the Brazilian. Telemans, as we know, is contracted until 2023. And obviously, it looks like he could be moving. Arthur has 2 years left on his deal. He's contracted until 2025. In January, one of the reasons for the Brazilian to accept the transfer was to have more minutes on the field with an eye on the spot in the Brazilian team that will compete in the World Cup in Qatar. He was not called up by their coach for the friendlies against South Korea and Japan in June. So if he doesn't go somewhere and play football, you're going to miss out on a World Cup. And how old is he? 26, 25, 26 after Melo. You got at least 2 left in you, 1 at your peak, but you don't want to miss that one. And even if you do get selected, you don't want to get called up when you're coming off the back of an indifferent season. You want to feel good, be playing bare games, feel important, etc. So yeah, it's a World Cup year. There's a lot for people to consider, both leaving this club and arriving. So that's that. Fabrizio Romano has said, "Hey, you're gonna have to go, man. You keep spamming, bro. Fuck out here." Arsenal are still interested in Yuri Telemans. Plans have not changed. He's a target for the midfield. Hit the like button, people. Will take some time. 2 other clubs are also in the race for Telemans. He's going to leave Leicester this summer, so we'll have to see what is going on. Why is my name? Someone shout out to you for at me and that. I'd like to say, what's that about? Apparently, Gilmando to Arsenal, people, depending on where you read it. Apparently, Gilmando, a Spanish left back whose contract ends in 2023. That's the links. That's where the links come from, as well as being a left back. Apparently, Benfica want to sell him. Arteta, the Spanish coach who runs Arsenal, has already asked the club for a left back, and that as first option, the name of Aaron Hickey, Scottish defender, only 19 years of age, who is contracted until 2024 with the Italians from Bologna. Guarantee the same sources. Gilmando is being seen as a safer option that could be cheaper, despite Benfica believing that he can make between 15 and 20 million euros with the sale of the 26-year-old. According to the newspaper The Scum, this is not the first time the name of Gilmando has appeared in the corridors, and Arsenal will have already tried to sign him when Emery was the coach. I don't know. Cucurella's been linked with City. Arsenal, City, which one are you choosing? And they might sell Zinchenko. We've spoken about Ake. Apparently, Nathan Ake and Zinchenko have been told they're free to leave this summer if Man City receives suitable offers. I'll take both of them, really. You know, fullback as well as at centre half and provides depth. They're both not the oldest, so why not bring him? You know, I would, let's try and get Gab Jesus first, and then Zinchenko second, and then Ake. But fair enough, really and truly. So there's that. Let's look on good old AFC stuff and see what's come up here. Shout out to them. Man, ain't no one trying to hear about Matt Turner and apparently Arsenal and Man United, want to transfer Fabian Ruiz. We did hear in February that Arsenal have held talks with Fabian Ruiz's agent. The Spanish footballer rejected Napoli's contract of an extension. And for me, he probably ends up going to Spain, but who knows, man? We can't be the only club interested in him. So I don't think we're getting Fabian Ruiz, but for what it's worth, he would be lit. Club hard at work to keep Arsenal player. Everyone talking to each other to find agreement. What's this about? Unable to find game time under Mikel Arteta at Arsenal during the first half of the season. Pablo Mari decided to go. Blah blah blah. His club finished 12th. Apparently, it's explained that Udinese are hard for him initially over 12 million. Udinese can't afford to give him that. And this is the problem. He's contracted until 2024. But this is what I mean, we got him for 12 million. We got Tomiyasu for about 16. Sometimes you can, when you've done your due diligence, like you've seen with Tomiyasu, then you get a deal, you get a bargain. Sometimes what you see is what you pay for. This is what I call expensive. I couldn't tell you how many appearances Marie's actually made for this football club. And if you broke down the cost of the wages and everything, how much that has cost us, you don't believe in him. And obviously, you've given him clearly decent wages and you want to recoup your money. So you make it tough to get rid of these guys. This is stuff like this and Willian. And in hindsight, I don't quite agree with it. But Aubameyang's contract is as costly as spending 52 million on Lacazette or 72 million on Pepe and it not working out. It's everything you do. So hopefully this gets wrapped up. But you could see Marie was shit from the start. But it is what it is where Pablo Marie is concerned, folks. Juventus, Inter Milan, and Roma are all interested in signing Hector Bellerin this summer, which is good for us if we can't reach an agreement with Betis. But Bellerin's all but confirmed that he don't want to return to Arsenal. He'd like to stay at Betis. The president has spoke. And hopefully we can give him his wish, man. Hopefully it gets done. But if not, you could go play under Jose Mourinho. I'm sure Wenger would WhatsApp you or call you and have something to say. But 3 massive clubs, I'm sure Ainsley can tell you about Roma. I'm sure you've crossed paths with Tammy. Bellerin's a fashionista. Italy's the place to be. Big clubs like Juventus and Inter Milan, it needs no introduction. So I hope Bellerin gets his move to Betis because he deserves it. But if not, boy, you have to keep it moving, innit? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Listen, I hope Matt Turner, or Matt Ryan, I'm about to call him Matt Ryan, Matt Turner's lit, but I can't verify him. 100 likes. We're at 219 people. So I hope he's lit, but I don't know. I can't verify him and the other guys. Ake is Rob, looks good when the team's got the ball. When he actually has to defend the guy, looks lost. I think that's a fair comment. A bit harsh, but I see where you're coming from with that. But, you know, I've seeing Pablo Mari on the books of this club, man. You know, so I'd rather us not do it, but I wouldn't be against it if it happened. And, you know, give it about 48 hours. We'll be linked with Ake, like Gundogan, part of me, like Raheem Sterling, like Zinchenko, like Gabizis, and any one of the 20 million players that could leave City. Richarlison, Marquinhos, Martinelli. I mean, it's lovely for Brazilians, but I can't verify Marquinhos, Austin Tusty, whatever his name is, Matt Turner. Listen, big up all of them. I'm excited about the young. Well, I wouldn't say excited, but I'm excited. For all I know, I've never seen them. Like, I haven't got informed opinions. Of course, I go on the YouTube and that, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's for Hector Bellerin. Hopefully he gets his move. In terms of Ruben Neves, who Arsenal's links, I feel have kind of gone quiet with Ruben Neves. It don't seem like if it was Barcelona for a sec. It seems like it went over to City. I once again shout out Sneaks for the cheering the bits on Twitch, which is basically a super chat. Apparently, Wolves are realistic over Ruben Neves, people. Wolves expect lots of interest in Ruben Neves this summer and are realistic about the chances of the Portuguese midfielder remaining at the club, people. Apparently, Scott Sellers said the ideal situation is we want him to stay, but I'm also realistic that when you've got an outstanding player, then the top clubs are going to come and try to see what the situation is. So yeah, man, it is what it is. He also spoke about Adama. Ultimately, Adama doesn't want to sign a new contract. The Barca move did not bang. Bit harsh. Wolves are getting rid of Sace. But he's a good serviceman there. Apparently, Torreira tells Arsenal he wants to return to Fiorentina. Tell these broke guys get their P's up then. Or you know, we heard that you didn't agree to the terms. You and your agent, you know, you got to give or take, really, really, really and truly, you know. Maybe you have to concede, I'm going to earn a lot less, but I'm going to be happy. Do your thing. I love Lucas Torreira as a footballer, but I don't want to fucking hear your name ever again connected to Arsenal. I would like for you to have an opportunity. I do find it weird how Arteta is well known. Arteta just doesn't rate you as a player, and he rates El Nene. So I don't know why, but it is what it is. Torreira's told Arsenal that he wants to return to Fiorentina this summer. Why not, man? You know, it's always drama connected with this guy. Your transfer is always drawn out. Get your agent to flip and earn their P's. My intention is to stay at Fiorentina, but it will be necessary for the club to find an agreement with Arsenal. I'm perfectly fine in Florence and I'm fine in Italy. It was a very positive year, even if we failed to qualify for Europa League. Perhaps we deserved something more, but in the end, when you lose games, it means that you did not do everything you could do. Sometimes you must accept that opponents may be superior. Much credit goes to the coach who made me feel important to the team. Personally, I feel very loved by the teammates and fans. And when you have confidence in your means and feel trust from people around you, everything goes for the best. All these conditions help me to make it to the top and reach my goals, my record for goals in a season. Big up you, man. Pattern that. Stay over them sides. Why not go in and do what you need to do, really and truly? Apparently, hella reports are saying the same thing, people. Aaron Hickey is close to Arsenal transfer with Hearts set to land percentage of the 21 million fee. Arsenal are closing on a deal for Aaron Hickey. Obviously, he's being chased by a number of clubs, Brentford, Newcastle, AC Milan, etc., etc. People will have to realistically, where Hickey and Gab Jesus are concerned, whether they sign for Arsenal or go elsewhere, we're probably not going to learn too much, at least until Scotland know if they're in the World Cup or not, and in which if Aaron Hickey on you know, going to Arsenal can enhance or boost your chances. You're probably going to be a rotation second choice, bearing in mind he can play on the right-hand side. And Gab Jesus, obviously, Brazil got some things to be dealing with as well. Arsenal are pushing hard to get a deal for Hickey over the line. And apparently Bologna have accepted losing him. But it's all right. You signed him for 1.5 million. You're making 21 million euros. Obviously, you got to give Hart some of the P's, but you're making some decent P's, man. It's making sense. Y'all can keep Lucas. Fiorentina don't want him. I mean, he's got to go somewhere. You know, it's not going to work. Didn't work out at Arsenal. Didn't work out at Atletico Madrid. went to Italy doing your thing, really. So why not? As you can see here, kind of confirming the same thing. Arsenal closing in on 21.75 move for Bologna defender Aaron Hickey. Now, again, until I hear medical, personal terms, fees been agreed. To me, as an ignorant fan, it doesn't seem like we're close, but hopefully I's can be dotted, T's can be crossed. Arsenal are closing in on a deal to sign Bologna fullback Aaron Hickey with a 21.75 move said to be very likely. That with a pinch of salt. So again, you know, just kind of reiterates what we're seeing here, people. So hopefully we can bring him into the club. We already spoke about that. We spoke about this yesterday, but as you know, William Saliba, you know, faces interest from Atletico Madrid, Newcastle, and Leicester. I'm kind of tired of speaking about him. If he wants to go, go. If you want to give him a chance, show him why he should be given a chance. The man is in French Team of the Year, Young Player of the Year, called up by France. Got a lot to work on, but has had a very productive loan spell, done everything he could be asked. I can't begrudge him for even wanting to go back to Marseille to stay there, because you know where you stand with the manager. You know you're going to play. You know, you're under the eye of and all the talking points in France and things. But as a selfish Arsenal fan, I think we could do a lot worse. Shitter players have been given an opportunity, you know, at this club. Marie, Holding, even though they're squad players, they've been given opportunities, not done anything with it. Mustafi initially, you know. I like Ben White. I don't advocate spending 50 million on him. At best, I hope that he shows that it's not even worth talking about it, but he's not better. None of them three centre halves are clear of each other. Gabriel's not clear of Saliba and Ben White. Ben White's definitely not clear of them, and Saliba's not clear of them. They're all at the same sort of stage, which is why he should have a fair crack at an opportunity to bust through the team, really and truly, in my opinion. But what do I know? So we'll have to see, and I'm a bit tired speaking about that. But yeah, man, tomorrow it'll be AC Milan again, etc., etc. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's stance on joining Man United, Arsenal, and Newcastle. People, apparently he'd be open to the idea of leaving the Toffees to join Man United, Arsenal, or Newcastle ahead of next season. People, the 25-year-old is said to have no shortage of external interest in his services, and seems as though a change of scenery could be soon on the cards. Now, hopefully he'd be available for a cut price, because you know, he never had the best of season. But yeah, apparently Newcastle are weighing up a move. United and Arsenal have long been credited. Unless Arsenal don't get a number one of these, a number of the names we've been linked with, then I think we'll go for Calvert-Lewin. And Man United the same. I think they'll go for Darwin Núñez and these guys, and then entertain that. You know, I'm surprised they haven't linked Chelsea with these lot, because they need a forward, and I don't think Chelsea are going for him. They're going to need to get Lukaku off the books, probably bring in Lautaro Martinez or someone that they've been linked with, and then look at it. I won't be against Dominic Calvert-Lewin. You know, he's got more to his game than giving credit for. I do think there's a role for him to have here. But as the main striker, it's a myth. I'm more open to Dominic Calvert-Lewin than when we first was linked with him. Not really my cup of tea and things like that. But yeah, man, it is what it is. But you're not getting 50 plus million for him, really. But it is what it is. Which apparently Ben Foster wants to play for Arsenal. Could you imagine? You know, we already got all or nothings coming out. Come on, could you imagine the game he plays? You know, if Liverpool City batter us, come on, flipping hell! What? There was no stopping that goal from Mo Salah. Allow it. I've seen how this guy moves for what. If I was a Watford fan, he would pee me off. I like the fact that he's got a channel. I like everything Ben Foster's doing, but purely from a footballing point of view, this guy would pee me off. Could you imagine getting battered and then he's going up to Salah? Oh, how did you put that in? Come on, man. Like, you're just here to be part of the lads. That's dead. You need to be playing for #United and doing up the YouTube thing now, playing for AFTVFC. That's as close as getting to Arsenal. You know, I can't lie. I'm happy you get big up Ali, the goalie at Wrongans. But if Ali ain't fit and he's working and things, Ben Foster, come, man. You know, you show you can do it in the Prem. Can you do it on a cold Sunday morning in Enfield playing fields, mate? So, yeah, it is what it is, people. You just want to run bants with Ramsdale and things. Signing done, not that it will ever happen. Signing Foster would set the wrong precedent at the club, man. It's a joke thing, really, if we was doing that. So, yeah, man, let's leave that one there, innit, really. Arsenal named as only real buyers for midfielder. 3 names already analysed for potential swaps. This is Juventus and Arsenal. You know, I'm pretty sure. Let me guess without looking. Gabriel, Partey, and Martinelli are the names being linked. As you can see, Arthur Melo still doing the rounds here. Again, the player is interested in moving to London. Arsenal are interested in him. Mikel Arteta probably trying to explore other options, people. Apparently, the Italian publication says that while the player is worth nearly 50 million euros, not sure about that, maybe half. You know, I know there's been questionable how he got to Juventus and that whole swap deal with him and Pjanic. I'd entertain Pjanic on loan as well. The Serie A giants evaluate potential swaps to sort his departure soon, and with Arsenal claimed to be the only real buyers for him, the old lady already analysed the possibility of landing some names such as Martinelli, which again I wouldn't advocate none of this. So this is all a myth. Juventus Martinelli swap as Arsenal target after Melo, as you can see here. It's probably a myth, and no, just no. No. What's this? This is linked us with Neto, who apparently Edu wanted to bring in instead of Ramsdale, which is a myth. You know, we could be interested in hiring him. Obviously, there's the links between him and this guy's going to want decent money. There's no point bringing this guy to the carpet. It just does not make sense and sets the wrong precedent. What's this? Arsenal news. Arsenal's chances of convincing William Saliba to stay has become a little more challenging, with Marseille cleared to make signings for the summer, so they're not under a transfer ban. It's not. No one cares about that. Have they got the bread to put on the table? If they've got the bread, have your man. If not, safe. Enough said. You know, Fiorentina. You know, we're struggling to sell Pablo Mari, Torreira, all of this. Torreira, we're eager for you to go as well. So yeah, man. His agent has casted doubt. There was a contractual problem with Fiorentina. My priority is to find an agreement with them, so he's not thinking about other teams for now. It's not over yet, but the chances of Lucas staying in Florence are very slim. Why? Ramsdale said Jamie Vardy's a tough opponent. Arsenal in the race for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Pickford's gassing up Ramsdale. You know, meow, 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 meow. Mr. Kurt Zuma's avoiding. He's going to have to hold it, people. Mauricio Pochettino's son is gone, much like Gasper's son over here. Arsenal and Man United target Talisio is a free transfer. And again, with our injury record, it don't make sense. And apparently Arsenal are in the fight to sign Decore. You know, the Lens brother, he's decent. I'd rather go Palace and play on the Vieira if I was him, despite Arsenal's prestige. But yeah, man, doesn't seem like there's anything groundbreaking or new here, people, really and truly. So with that, I think that's the transfer news, isn't it? Really and truly. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. Let me have a little butchers again.